Thanks so much for submitting your website for review. I'm Samantha of Lemon in the Sea, and I help service providers to create websites that bring in more clients. So I know that you said your biggest struggle on your website was to get more engagement and your SEO ranking. So I'm going to make some specific suggestions on that. The first thing I would recommend is that if you are not already using the Yoast plugin for WordPress, to go ahead and do that. That's really going to help you to make sure you're using all those keywords and phrases on all of the pages of your website. The second thing I would mention for ranking and engagement is really that it takes time to build your SEO ranking. And Google likes to see that you are consistent in putting out content. So while you have lots of clients coming from social media and from referrals, which is awesome, if you want to concentrate on your SEO strategy next, what I would really look at doing is adding some kind of a blog to make sure that you are putting out consistent content that's talking about the things you want to be found for. Of course, part of that is making sure that you know what those keywords and phrases are that people are searching. So I would start by figuring out what words people are looking for. You have got your address on here and your location, which is great because that is going to help narrow things down. But you're also going to want to know like what conditions or what words they're using so that you can use them on your website and in your blog posts as you're building this. I will say that I love that you've got calls to action right up here with book an appointment and call now. And you're pretty consistent with that call for an appointment. So what I would say here is evidence-based results and evidence-based and results-driven health coaching. People are not necessarily going to know what that means or who it's for. So I think you can rework your headline to use a little bit more of the words they are actually using. I don't know that your clients are using evidence-based when they first search for you. So that first headline on any page is going to be really important to make sure you've got keywords in it. I do love that you've got your health coach and your location, information about you, and then you have got 3 calls to action. This is perfect. And I like that you've kind of broken that up with the icons. And then you have your consultation. So I guess my only question here would be, do you want people to make an appointment first? Or is it easier for you to convert people into clients when they have first scheduled a consultation? Or is that the same thing? So just think about whether having them call for an appointment is the best way to start, or if this consultation is best. The other thing with the health consultation, I would write a little bit more detail here. What should they expect as far as time, as far as investment, that kind of stuff, and what would be a takeaway from that so that they know what they're getting into before they sign up. All right, I like all of this. I would say for this section that it might make more sense to put these kind of side by side because these are all different things. And then I'm not sure you need the call to action here because you've already got it there. So I would leave these 4 and remove this call to action because you're giving people the ability to learn more about your different services right there. That's going to just eliminate some confusion. So you've got your top health coach. If you want people to book an appointment, put a bar there. I would also make sure that you are adding testimonials to this page. You're saying that you're the top health coach. Let's use other people's words to help bolster that claim. I like that you have your headshot there, another call to action. So you've got those throughout, which is great. And then you've got your different health solutions all linked up. I would make sure you're adding testimonials here. Make sure this map is connecting to the right location. And then just figure out what that number one call to action is that you want people to take. Is it calling to make an appointment? Is it that consult, so that you are able to direct people to the right place? Meet the doctor. So you've got your headshot. Got a call to action. I think this is, it's pretty simple, but I think that's great. Again, you could add some testimonials. Okay, I was wondering, because under your Meet the Doctor, you've got this Shining Protocol page. So I'm not sure how this is related to the About. What I would think about is, does this make more sense as a service? Do people need this page? I know this talks about kind of your journey into doing what you do. I think you could include all of that on your About page. Then I'm not sure people are going to be coming here to be looking at these different options. So I think if you could condense things into one page and then remove anything that isn't necessary, it's just going to make it easier for people to figure out what the right step is for them. Health coaching, I would change this title here to really talk about what a difference it's going to make in people's lives. So give them what the transformation is going to be in these headlines before you get into the text. And again, I think because this is now about your services, focus on them, the things that they're wanting, the struggles that they're having. And then you've got a section about you. I think that's really helpful. The benefits. I would just focus your headlines on how you help people and the transformation that it brings for them. And then I like that you have just links for these instead of having them all in the drop-down menu. It makes things a lot simpler. Addiction counseling. So again, I would just look at the headlines here. I like that you're breaking things up with backgrounds in different colors, and it is very easy to read with the fonts and the sizes that you've chosen. So I think it's about making sure you're adding another call to action right there, and trying to really hit at why people are coming to you. Affiliates, I would either move this to your footer or rename it. So if this is something like, you could name it Trusted Partners or something like that, so that, because when I see affiliates, I think that means I want to be an affiliate for you, not programs and services that you are an affiliate for. And then I would change this headline to be like, these are some of the things that I really trust for my clients that you can check out. And you've got all of that. And then, of course, you have your disclosure right there. Resources. So you've got videos and articles. I think this is where you're really going to be able to work with that SEO. What I would suggest is seeing if you could condense these. So put everything as an article. And then when you have a video, embed the video in the article. So you're getting that YouTube SEO as well, and they can watch the video on your site, but it's not separated into two different things. I do like that you've got your different categories here. I think that's really helpful. But that's what I would suggest, is condense them into one thing. Put any videos that you have into posts, and make sure you're including either a transcript or a detailed blog post, because I'm sure you're already using those keywords people are searching for as you talk. So make sure you include those here, and just give a little bit more information about the blog so that people can be able to find it and find answers to their issues. I think this contact page is great. You've got, clear your email, phone number. You've got how to book an appointment online, but you've also got the form. So you've got everything you need there. I would consider adding some office hours so people know what to expect there, especially when they're thinking about booking an appointment. Overall, I think it's just about figuring out what the one action you want people to take is, and then reworking some of your headlines and your copy to really use those keywords and phrases people are searching for so that you can boost your SEO ranking, and just take some time to track that as it's growing so that you can see how it's making a difference. I would just really lean into that strategy, lean into the blogging so that you can bring more people in through search engines and get engagement that way.